up, though? This your boy DOC. And Pete, we about to start a series. Now, this first part that I'm playing is a discussion with an individual that we're going to remain anonymous at this particular time. You know, just if this individual decides that he wants to put out his name, but he's close to the situation. I'm not going to disclose his area or anything because he has a lot of ties and piecing different things together. But this is a discussion that we're going to start. We're going to start a little series. Now, it's named Tupac Decoded. Now, Wack100's association to E1. Now, this first part is about an hour. I mean, it's about half an hour where just this first initial discussion of us just talking on the phone. Now, after this, I'm playing this for you guys first because I want y'all to get an understanding of what maybe the 3 or 4 part series is going to be about, where we're going to actually sit down, not sit down, but I'm going to have them on the phone and I'm going to actually interview them. I'm going to do different questions so I can break things down. Now, the reason why I'm doing it this way, because I want to give you guys the opportunity in the comment section where if there's any type of questions that you want answered about this whole situation that you may have, you know, after listening to this, if it haven't been answered or if it maybe pop different questions up in your mind, I want you to leave it in the comment section so I can write it down. And the ones I feel like that's most prevalent to the situation, I'm going to ask them and we're going to piece some things together to create dialogue. This is for the sole purposes to create dialogue. So go ahead and check this out and holler at your boy, this DOC. Peace.
Now, before Wack100 even politic and opened his mouth and said he was working for these dudes, people that's already know a little bit about what's going on already know who E1 is. You feel me?
Yeah.
They're basically getting paid. They're basically a company, people to basically destroy the legacy and also, like I mentioned, push the false narrative that Orlando Anderson was the one who killed Pac. You see what I'm saying? These are the people that are involved with the movie. These are the same people that are involved with Folkmaster Flex, all of a sudden just having this random ass rant that can't nobody understand where the fuck it came from.
Right. That's
why it got Wack100 all of a sudden calling Tupac Mama a dope fiend and all this other shit, and people just don't understand where the fuck it's coming from. It's coming from these niggas getting checks that are cut from E1. The first person, I can say the first person, but Greg Kading, the cop who was involved with this cop was involved with the Biggie case, you know, getting everything together and whatnot. This dude was knocked off the LAPD for changing witness testimonies. So he was already fired by the LAPD. So why is E1 having him as the person who's creating this documentary called The Murder Rap? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're all working for the same entity. E1 not only is in control of Pac, but they're also in control of Dr. Martin Luther King, and they're also in control of Biggie Smalls as well with their likeness. So basically, this company has, if they wanted to say Martin Luther King was a gay Muslim, they could, because they had, and his family couldn't do shit about it because basically they own the rights to him. You see what I'm saying? Now, you got to know who E1 is. They're connected somehow, some way with Interscope. With Time Warner. Everybody knows Time Warner and Interscope, Jimmy Iovine, all that stuff. They all in bed with each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the main thing is this company E1. Now, there's one dude I think you should. I don't know if you've been on your YouTube, but it's one dude, bro. You got to check out. This dude is real instrumental as far as putting all the evidence together. You can see what's happening now, bro. Is you got a lot of people who was involved in that shit in the 90s and the early 2000s that are now, without putting their name or putting their face to shit, sliding this man all the evidence that they had before. All the evidence as far as the gun that was used to shoot Tupac. I ain't gonna say kill him, but we're gonna say shoot him because we still don't know what's up with that.
Right.
It's all kind of stories about how Gaddafi was at the House of Blues and they confiscated the 40 Glock from Gaddafi at the House of Blues, and instead of the Santa Monica police giving the gun back to Compton or giving the gun back to the sheriffs, they gave the gun back to Right Way Security, who was owned by, of course, Reggie White and Reggie White Sr. The gun was given to them, and the gun was never given to the police. So right then and there, it tells you that these niggas has got something involved with the gun. You get what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too deep into conspiracies because, of course, I could be on the phone with you for hours about this shit, my nigga.
Right.
But when it comes to the most recent rants from Phone Flex and E1, I mean Phone Flex and Wack100 is specifically because these niggas are getting checks cut by E1. Now Phone Flex, the reason why he crying and all that shit is because he don't want to say what he's saying, but he know he gotta say it because these niggas is paying him to say it. Right. You feel me? And I sent you. Go ahead, my bad.
I don't know. In one of my videos, when I was talking about that Fun Flex shit, I said that I was like, dog, when I really look in his eyes when he crying, it seemed like somebody else is pushing the buttons behind that. Like, he not crying because he emotional. He crying like,
there you go.
He really don't want to do this. That's how he really looked, sad in his face.
My nigga, you are so on point. You on point. He don't want to do it because, come on, my nigga, think about it, bro. Think about it. He said what he said, okay? Let's just say for some reason he just slipped up and said some bullshit one day, right? Why does the nigga then tell you to stay tuned for tomorrow, and then he was going to finish what he was saying today, tomorrow, knowing he already got the backlash that one day? Who in their right mind will go back again the next day and then subject themselves to a double dosage of the backlash? Right. It didn't make sense. He was doing that shit because he's getting paid. Yeah. They're forcing this nigga to do this shit. You feel me? Now, I sent you a link to Wack100. It's an Instagram live feed. He at the airport or whatever. He talking about a gang of other bullshit. But I want to say at 6:04, I think I gave you the number, the minute. He's talked specifically about owning these death row reels and him being hired by E1 to executive produce these songs, to push them out, do what he want to do with them, whatever. Right. And you got to think about how YouTube and shit work and people that are trending, how that work. You got this company E1 who could have picked anybody to give this information to, give this shit to, but they chose Wack100. Why did they choose Wack100? He's a loudmouth nigga. He's trendy, got the moment, and it seems, and it's not true, but it seems like everybody in LA scared of this nigga. But that ain't what it is. Right. Now, this is from E1's perspective. Like, who could we give this? So they pick Wack100. Wack100 is a nigga. He's managing game, managing Ray J. But who knows if he making real bread like that? You feel me? So I'm pretty sure he took that job knowing what the backlash was going to be, but he still took it. You feel me? Now, 40 Glock, take it for what it's worth. 40 Glock even mentioned the fact that that Wack100 in the mid-90s was trying to be a bodyguard for Suge. Not in the mid-90s, bro, but after, Death Row had, Pac had died and Snoop had left, and they was kind of resurrecting the role, and I think Corrupt had became like a president, some shit or whatever, whatnot. Yeah. Wack100 at that time was trying to become a bodyguard, and Suge wasn't fucking with it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So now it's like, I wouldn't say the roles are reversed, but now Wack100 got his little clout up and his little shit up or whatever. Now it's kind of like he kind of some sort of a boss. You know what I mean? So E100 looked at him like, okay, I think we should target him as the nigga that, we get to do all this shit to. You see what I'm saying? That's why they picked nigga from the East Coast, Flex. They got a voice, they got a mouth. They picked the nigga from the West Coast. They couldn't pick Big Boy or nobody like that because that they wasn't gonna go for it. They picked a perfect nigga, Wack100. You feel me? Yeah. Now, I don't mean to go on and on, but this company, and you gotta know who Greg Kading is. This motherfucker is a dirty ass cop. For one, he was, like I told you, he was kicked off the LAPD for changing witness statements about not only the big case, but all kind of other cases and shit. And he got fired, but his official term, I guess, was retired. And the only reason why they retired him was because if they would have fired him, every case he worked on, all them niggas would have had to let go free by law, I guess. Mm-hmm. So instead of releasing some prisoners and shit, they like, my nigga, you just need to retire. You feel me? Right. So he gracefully walked away for the sake of the prisoners not coming free. But he's got fouls on him for pointing guns at black kids, planting guns on niggas in Compton. This dude is dirty as fuck, and E1 chose this man not only to destroy not only to put the Orlando Anderson narrative together, but to also keep Biggie Smalls' mom away from winning her, I forget how many $1 million it was, a settlement, basically discrediting anything and basically saying it was the East Coast West Coast shit that killed Biggie. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because when Greg Kading was doing his investigation, not one time did he ever include all the dirty cops that were in play here. Now, on the contrary, you got Russell Poole, rest in peace. Okay, I don't know if you know about Russell Poole, but Russell Poole was an LAPD detective, the real LAPD detective who was killed for solving the case. He's dead now. For one, not only did he solve the Tupac murder because he received the confession letter, which Greg Kading and them trying to discredit, but he received the confession letter from the niggas who did it, which were the Patton brothers, Lil Half Dead, Snoop Cousin. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but hear me out. Lil Half Dead, Snoop Cousin, the Patton brothers, and one of them undercover officers were the 4 people in that car that went and killed Pac. But what the murder rap DVD from Greg Kading can tell you is that Keffe D from Southside Compton Crip was in that car, and Orlando Anderson was in that car, and Orlando Anderson got jumped in the casino. So, okay, now let's go get the get back, and let's go also get the get back and get the money from Puff Daddy that he put on the head of Pac. This is all Greg Kading's story. You see what I'm saying? And this is a story that, like I said, was all fabricated to take the true story on who really killed Pac and what the real true reason was. And not only kill Pac, but it was also a coup to kill Suge Knight, because at the time in '96, Death Row was worth $500 million. Right now, that's like almost $2 billion if you talk inflation numbers and shit like that. So think about it. You got a black man from Compton owning a damn near $1 billion record company. These Jewish white people was not feeling that. So the lawyer of Suge Knight, David Kenner, okay, who's now no longer his lawyer anymore, David Kenner was the one who implicated Suge Knight in the kicking of Orlando Anderson on the ground. Orlando Anderson told the police and told everybody that Suge Knight did not kick him. He said, Suge Knight didn't kick me, Suge Knight didn't kick me. The lawyer of Suge Knight provided the MGM footage to the table. So basically he incriminated his own client. On purpose, by the way, because it was a coup to take away Death Row, to take away all that shit from both them niggas and give it, to basically do what they doing now, living off the residual wealth and all the shit that Pac did before so these white people could get paid for it. But back to Russell Poole. Russell Poole found out all the stuff with the case based on evidence. Not only did he take this evidence with the confession letter to the sheriff's department, he also uncovered the plot to kill Suge Knight at the One Oak Club. I don't know if the club is in L.A. or in Vegas. I think it's in L.A. I'm from L.A. I don't know why I don't know if the club out here. But the One Oak Club where Chris Brown, it was the Chris Brown party. I don't know if you remember this, bro. Yeah. But it was a Chris Brown party. I think Tony Parker, the basketball player, got his eye cut, some more shit or whatever. Anyway, at that party, Suge Knight got shot 5 times. Now, you tell me what nigga get shot on accident 5 times. Right. Even the innocent bystander. Don't no nigga get shot. 1 in the leg, 1 to the heart. 5 times, nigga? Come on. Don't nobody get shot 5 times. But hear me out, though. Russell Poole, rest in peace, got the surveillance of the LAPD cop who picked the shooters up from the airport and dropped the shooters off. Okay? And so he took this evidence of the confession letter, okay, all the other evidence that he had, the footage of the LA sheriff cop picking these niggas up and taking them off. He took all that to a meeting at the LA Sheriff's County Department office to tell them about the shit that he had, to tell them basically Greg Kading's lying and full of shit, and this is the real story. Russell Poole never leaves that meeting. He dies in that meeting from a heart attack. Okay? Right. Yes. Right. So you already know Orlando Anderson's dead. Russell Poole is dead. Frank Alexander, Tupac's ex-bodyguard, who kind of cracked all this shit open with the 2-hour play-by-play analysis on what happened the last night Pac was alive, is dead. All these niggas are coming up dead, bro.
So this is why. So when people feel like, you know, Wack100, if it's because the interview I just did, and this just did with one of Wack100 homies from his hood that's really like his OG. He was like, nobody's standing behind Wack on none of this shit. So people wondering like, okay, if his own hood not standing behind him, he feel this comfortable going this hard, knowing that there's millions of Tupac fans, and he got to feel untouchable. So the E1 is, you said, basically the motherfuckers that's behind him, they basically willing to protect them. But this is what's crazy to me. So I'm wondering if E1 owns the rights or the likeness to an individual. You know what I mean? That's in
Yeah.
terms of like, okay, E1 owns the likeness to the car that's in front of you or whatever. I don't
Right.
understand why would they want to shit on this if this is their moneymaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that part of it. It seems like that's kind of going at it backwards. Like, why would you want to make everybody dislike something that's basically your moneymaker that you want to go, that you're trying to really, in essence, sell to the people?
That's a great question. That's a great question. And basically, how I can answer that is they basically get paid off the good and they get paid off the bad. So you got Wack100 talking all this shit. People are still tuning in to hear what he got to say. People are still tuning in. No matter what our opinion is, we still gonna click like. I mean, we still gonna click play.
Right.
You feel me? We still gonna, and they gonna get paid off of it if our opinion is shitty of it or we love it. They gonna get paid off the play. You see what I'm saying?
Because I've been noticing when I go back and watch my videos, a lot of the Tupac movie ads is running on all my shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I was thinking, I'm like, anywhere I go, they get promotion out of it. Because that's what the dude G Principal was saying in the interview I put up today. He was like, he said Wack100 told him, he didn't say, Wack100 didn't tell him who. He was just like, someone paid him $150,000 to do this. But it's crazy because like the interview was 43 minutes, and it's like it's crazy because no one. That's the main part of the video I wanted people to listen to, and it's like no one's really. I'm like, fuck all the other shit. He talking about Wack100 ain't no shooter, this and that. I'm like, that's what's
Fuck all that.
important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Oh man, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it's like I'm trying to figure out some type of way to. That's why I was like, do you have anything like in black and white? So if I do want to press that issue and not press it hard, because it sounds like this some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
bro.
you don't know
It's
who a
deep.
motherfucker might try to come. It makes me where, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It made me, since I started doing all this stuff. Every so often being a YouTuber, some people will try to put copyrights on your shit or whatever. Now,
Yeah.
if a month, say for you got a YouTube and you put up something, I can put a false copyright on your stuff. Then you gotta appeal it. Now, if you appeal it, you know what I'm saying. Say for you appeal it. Now I can reject it. Now if you know you in the right, that makes you want to appeal it again. Now if you appeal it again, it turns it into a legal process where YouTube lets them know like your full name, you know, your address and everything associated to you. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
I didn't had to go back and get a PO box and all that stuff for that reason. Cause I'm like, you never know how people behind the scenes are thinking. Like, if we really want to know who's behind this channel, we can find out this motherfucker home address by just doing that simple thing. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So it's
sir.
like, I want to, you know, do the journalistic work and put this shit out there, but it's like, damn, how hard do you
How
push on
far
it?
do you? Yeah, my brother.
Yeah.
That man, you so on point, bro. Because I was thinking, this is like, this shit gets so deep. Like you said, you don't know how deep you want to go. Like, how deep do you go before they start coming for you? You
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like, and I understand, bro. And I feel, and I love your channel, bro. You're doing some real good shit. And that's why when I'm like, bro, this dude is so close, but only if he, because it's just one dude, man. You got to look at this dude, man. His name is Tanique Reviews. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in my opinion, I think this dude is gonna wind up dying pretty soon. Okay. For the simple fact, he is the guy that is ordering all the FBI files. Okay. Everybody that got some information about it, they're sending it to him, and he's somewhat spearheading this movement to get somebody prosecuted. And long story short, the brother is closer than ever before. I mean, it's close to the point where he got Russia. He's flying out to Russia today to go get some shit that the Russians got on Tupac. Because I guess the Russians were spying on the U.S. or some shit at that time, and they got some shit on Tupac and Biggie that they're threatening the United States with, or the FBI with. But you know, the FBI, they in transition right now. So they just fired their director, and they got a new nigga coming in, and Trump just let him go. So they going through a lot right now. But long story short, literally Russia says they have information about this shit that'll crack it all open. So you got niggas that are literally flying out to Russia today to go and get that information, or at least with their Freedom of Information Act, see what they can get on what's going on.
Right.
Now, like I'm telling you, Your boy, like you smart, bro. You putting it together yourself. It just don't make sense for a nigga to throw himself into the fire like that.
Right.
You feel me? And he told his boy that he was getting 150 racks.
Yeah,
he getting more than 100. He getting more than 150 racks, bro.
Because
He
when
getting
he
more
said
than
that in the
150 racks.
interview, like I just let him talk. 'Cause I wanted to see how far he was gonna go. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of times, you know, like when you're doing an interview, you don't really want to like keep hitting them with questions because then you might stop them from really saying some real shit. You just want to kind of just
Vlad
let,
TV.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
let them go because then they might really get into some real shit. So I was just letting them talk. And he was like, and so in my mind when he said it, it kind of threw me off my next question. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. I'm like, he just said some real shit. But I'm like, damn. I wonder, in my mind, I'm like, okay, people gonna catch this, but I'm like, damn, he don't do it. What type of proof do he got other than him just saying he kind of dogging Wack100 and then implying this? Is people gonna believe it? And then I'm just constantly scrolling through my comments all day. I only seen maybe 3 or 4 people actually pick up on it. I had to actually make a comment myself inside of my comment section and post it at the top of the comment section with the timestamp of him saying it because I want people to actually see it. You know what I'm saying? Hear what he's
Yeah.
saying. Because I'm like, that's the most
Yeah.
important shit. You know why? Because
Yeah.
that's answering the question of why people are like, why after 20 years? But let me ask you this. So the dude you mentioned something about somebody named Keffe D. Is Keffe D still alive?
Yo, good question. Keffe D and man, God don't like ugly, bro. Look, Keffe D's still alive, right? So basically, what Keffe D told Greg Kading basically coerced him or whatever, but in order for Keffe D to get out of the penitentiary, he basically told the story. He fabricated the story about him and Orlando Brown in the car. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, he told this story, and he got out of jail. So here comes Russell Poole following up on Keffe D like, I'm finna re-interview Keffe D and see what's up with this shit, right?
Right.
No, R.J. Bond, which is Russell Poole's partner. R.J. Bond wasn't a cop like Russell Poole, but he was his partner with this documentary. So R.J. Bond re-interviews Keffe D, and Keffe D tell you straight up, he lied just to get out of the pen.
Right.
He said he told Greg Kading everything he wanted to hear just to get out. And I can find that and send that to you, nigga. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna send some shit to you, by the way, like, you know, throughout the day and some days coming. I'm gonna send some shit to you that may help you. Okay. But Keffe D said that. So his shit is discredited. Now, where's Keffe D now? He got cancer. And word on the street is Keffe D got something to say before he died. You feel me? That he got, you know, something that he want to get off his chest, so to speak. So if Keffe D come up dead before he died of cancer, then we know why. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm guarantee you that he want to come out. First of all, he already said he was lying, but I think he want to come out even more like, because Keffe D is Orlando Anderson's uncle. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if people knew that. That's his uncle. You know what I'm saying? They from the same hood, same everything. And like I said, he got cancer, and he's basically coming out saying that shit ain't true. But people, they got billions of dollars to push their narrative. That's the thing. You know, it's like a campaign when you running for president. This man may be a better president, but this motherfucker got $1 billion in campaign money. He gonna win. Yeah. It's the same thing. But I'm telling you, bro, the free press, people like yourself, are going to be the people that crack this shit open, because niggas like you can't be bought. I'm not saying you know, a nigga can't give you some money, but it's a certain limit. It's a certain level you willing to go, bro. I hear you. You feel me?
Keep your integrity as well. You know what I mean? Like, you want people when they come to your, you know, platform that they can kind of have trust in what you're saying, that you're not creating a narrative. Like, listening to all this stuff that you're saying, it's making me think back of maybe like a month ago, they was like, Suge Knight finally reveals who killed Tupac, and then I just seen a video maybe like 3-4 days ago where Wack100 was like, he talked to Suge on the phone, blah blah blah, and he's supposed to be getting out in 90 days.
Okay, now let me elaborate on that. Man, you on point, bro. I love it. Let me elaborate on that. Now, the first thing you said was, what was the first thing you said? Fuck.
What about Suge admitting that after all this time that?
Okay. Yes. Okay. So with that was like I said, Suge had a lawyer. His name was David Kenner. He was the lawyer that was doing everything. He's the corrupt lawyer that basically got all this shit cracking. You feel me? He's the Jewish lawyer, you feel me, that wanted to take death row from Suge, and he took it from Suge with the help of Suge's ex-wife, Sharita Knight, and of course with the head of Right Way Security, Reggie White, and ex-police captain Reggie White. Okay, so these just so you know who they are. Okay. Now, his new lawyer, his name is Thaddeus. I forget his last name or first name, but his name is Thaddeus something. He signed the affidavit basically saying that the story that Russell Poole and R.J. Bond came up with was indeed the true story. Word is Suge shedded a tear when Russell Poole and R.J. Bond told her, because they hadn't talked to Suge at all. They didn't get no interview from Suge, none of that whatsoever. They got the story together and reached out to Suge Knight's lawyer, who indeed Suge Knight's lawyer got the story from them and told to Suge, and Suge basically signed off on it. Like, he was surprised that these men were so on point with the story. And the lawyer signed the affidavit. That's why they keeping his ass in there on $25 million bail, because they want him to agree to the murder rap theory instead of the Russell Poole R.J. Bond theory, which is the true story. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they got him in. That's why and also another thing about that shit with Suge real quick was when he went over there to Tams when he went over to Tams and he ran over the nigga at Tams, they was trying to kill him, because if you don't know, Dr. Dre owed Suge Knight $330 million.
Damn.
Okay. When Suge Knight, hear me out, bro. Think about the movie NWA, and I'm not just basing this off the movie. I'm just giving you an example. Think about the movie NWA at the end when Dr. Dre left Suge Knight. What did Dre leave with? He left with nothing but his talent. He signed a lifetime deal with Suge Knight. So Suge Knight gets 30% of everything. That was a young nigga making a dumbass business decision when he was young, but you could tell Dre just wanted to get out of death row, so he just did what he did and he left. With that being said, he signed a 30% contract with Suge Knight. So everything Dre got, Suge got 30%. Same thing Eazy-E was doing to his artists, because Eazy-E wanted to do distribution deals. And man, this shit gets so deep. And that's why they really killed Eazy-E, but we talk about that another time. Eazy-E was getting real big into black distribution and wanted to own the distribution. So long story short, Suge Knight wasn't tripping on Dre leaving because of the distribution deal, not the distribution deal, but the 30% lifetime management deal that he had with Dre. So when Dre sold Life Beats to Apple, okay, Dre Beats to Apple for $1 billion, you do the math. I mean, it's $330 million that's due to Suge Knight. Okay, and you can go look that up on Google right now. But we already knew about that before Google before it was even in the search engines, because we know what the contract was, not the contract, but what the agreement was when he left, and we know he's supposed to be getting his money. So Suge Knight wanted his money, right? Not only do he want his $330 million from Dre, he wanted his $200-something million for his likeness in the movie that he didn't receive, and even Ice Cube said he needed to receive. Right. So they called this a meeting to talk about the money, maybe set a deal, maybe do. So they say, oh, man, come to Tams. So Suge Knight said, okay, fuck it. I'll go see about my money. I go to Tams. I pull up. It ain't nothing but niggas I know I fuck with there, right? So he pull up. When he pull up, he see niggas lurking in the bushes. He see niggas cocking shit. And then he see his homeboy trying to come up to him. He see his homeboy got a fucking gun. Suge Knight ain't stupid. He getting the fuck out of there because he know these niggas finna set him up. They coming to talk about millions of dollars, bro. We ain't talking a couple racks. We talking about nigga $500 million they talking that they owe this man.
Right.
So with the help of the sheriff's police department, with the sheriff's department, because like I said, Compton Police Department, when they disbanded, because I don't know if you know, Compton used to have their own police department. Then with corruption and the Rampart scandal, they were disbanded. Once they disbanded, the LA County Sheriffs took over jurisdiction. Most of those cops that were in Compton Police Department went over to the LA Sheriff's Department and basically fucked with the same area that they were fucking with the police department prior. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that being said, they still got connections with those folks. Some of them niggas is captains now, all kind of shit. So they played it so when no police was finna come up around that time.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Suge Knight goes to talk about this shit, and like I said, he see his homies niggas creeping up with burners. He get the fuck out of there. He run the nigga over that, one of the niggas over that, you know, was conspiring to kill him, and he get out.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to pay. Dr. Dre had that nigga set up because he didn't want to pay that nigga that money.
So then, basically, if he didn't run that dude over, that would have been the end of him that day. They was gonna get him out of there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you think it's a coincidence that Tupac mom dies before this movie?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's all that shit from the outside looking in. I'm like, come on, man. It gotta be something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to tell you, bro, and hear me when I say the feds are watching this shit, bro. The feds are watching this shit, bro. They are watching this shit, bro. Not only are they watching this shit, bro.
Whose side are you think they on? You think they on the Jewish in them side, or do you think the feds want to crack this case, or you think because there's so much money involved, they might have a sleeper or something up in the feds that's not really tripping?
Good question. I think the feds are divided because, for one, you got good niggas in the feds, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the thirsty people in the feds. But the key thing is that's going to help the fed, because see, the key thing is that's going to help the feds say, okay, let's try to do something, is the fact, and it's going to sound real crazy, but it's the fact that Donald Trump.
Yo, this DOC, if you made it this far in the video, that's where I'm cutting it off at. That should be enough information for you guys to go back and forth and read through that. I know a lot of you guys that's really Tupac fans have been following this whole situation. It really runs deep, and it's a lot of different angles of this whole story that we're going to cover. It's not just going to be on Wack100. It's going to be a lot of different players, pawns and pieces and rooks that's going to be placed into this series, where we're going to talk about things that's going to show the involvement of E1 and how they really play a big role, and the reason why the slander of Tupac is still going on now, and the reason why we get these periodic speed bumps and cycles of Tupac coming back to the scene and all the players. It's a lot. It's just a lot. So like I said, go ahead, drop your comments as far as your response to this video. If you have any questions that you specifically want me to ask this individual, you know, I'll take note of those, you know, questions in the comment section, and I will ask him that, and be prepared for the rest of, I can't put a number on how long I'm gonna make this series, but be prepared and look out for whenever you see Tupac Decoded. You know, that's going to be a part of this series, and this is just I'm gonna call it part 1, but the official interview is really going to be like the part 1, but this is just the beginning. So I appreciate you all you guys support, love, and holla at your boy, this DOC. Peace.